Hey guys, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and we are back today with the Battle Union Season 3, week number 8, the last week in the regular season. This week we're going up against Sly and the Pittsburgh Pyroar. I'll leave Sly's links in the description down below. I recommend you go ahead and check them out. Before we even get started, I just want to say this battle is crazy for a lot of different reasons. Like, a lot of different, there's at least 5 different reasons why it's crazy. I can't even speak. That's one reason. I can't speak. That's one reason. So, I'm also really tired. I got like 6 hours of sleep last night, so I'm pretty tired. I can't go back to sleep either. I don't know why, but I'm pretty tired. So apologies for that. But anyways, let's get into this. So the team I'm bringing against Sly. Oh, first of all, let me talk about this battle. So first of all, it's a really great battle. I want to get out of the way. This is a great battle, but there is a DC in the middle of the battle, and we had to recreate everything. And after the DC happened, I actually stopped recording. Because you guys know how I do the live post-com thing. So I stopped recording, and I forgot to click to start recording again. So I have the first part of the battle live recorded, but I don't have the second part of the battle live recorded. So for the second part of the battle, usually I just, record off my DS and have the post-com. But I don't have my DS. I forgot my DS on my other house. So I can't do that. That's out of the way. I would have just done, I can't even do the whole thing post-com either. First of all, because my DS isn't here. Second of all, because there was a DC and we had to recreate everything. Which was, took a lot of time, and you'd have to explain everything, blah, blah, blah. So basically, the first part of the battle is going to be live post-comp thing like usual. And then the second part of the battle, which you guys can tell what it is, it's basically going to be Sly's point of view from our battle for the second half of the battle until the end of the battle. So I'm really sorry about that, but I don't have my DS. There's not really much I can do about that. So I'm sorry. I mean, I have to get this up now. So that's kind of why. I'm actually recording this on Friday too. So yeah, that's all the stuff out of the way that I think I had to say before. This is a pretty big battle. Whoever wins this battle is going to be first seed in the entirety of the Battle Union and also in our division. So it's a pretty big match. Whoever loses is going to be second seed in the division. So me and Sly, we're both guaranteed into playoffs already. But this match is just for bragging rights, I guess, to see who's going to be the first seed. Winner's first seed, and yeah, so we're going to go for the win, of course. And I feel like there's something else I want to say. I played Sly last season in the playoffs, and we did win 1-0. It was funny, but because last time we played, I had Arcanine and he had Mew, and this time it's kind of swapped. So I don't know. I just thought that was pretty fun. I thought I'd mention that again. But anyways, that's everything I had to say before the battle. Now the team I'm bringing to this battle, I recommend you go in and watch the team analysis that was uploaded yesterday. But my team is Mega Lopunny, Entei, a Vaporeon, Umbreon, Mew, and Tangrowth. That's the team of 6. And we're going to find out what team of 6 Sly is bringing right about now. Okay, so the team of 6 Sly is bringing, and this cord is in the way. I got to move that. He's bringing the Manaphy, the Electivire, the Mega Venusaur, I don't even know, with an accent, Slurpuff, Arcanine, and P2. Now he's bringing the Slurpuff and the Electivire, which I didn't think was coming. He's bringing the 4 core, which of course I was definitely going to come. The Slurpuff and Electivire kind of caught me off guard. I was really expecting like Alakazam or Flygon or Metagross to come. I didn't really think either of these two would come, but they're both here, so I need to be careful not to get swept by an unburdened Slurpuff, and I need to find out whether that Electivire is physical or special as soon as possible. We do have decent switch-ins to both, well, not to both, but to the Electivire being Umbreon or Mew. So, and Tangrowth semi, unless he has Fire Punch. But anyways, we need to keep Tangrowth for Manaphy. So looking at his team, Umbreon and Mew is a really solid lead in this match. So I'm going to go lead off with Mew because we do have a Swords Dance Baton passing Mew this week. So I'm going to lead off with that and see if maybe we can just get some things off right away, because he doesn't have the Alakazam or the Metagross, which are honestly the only threats to this Mew. So he's going to lead off with the Electivire, which I'm thinking, all right, that's fine. We're going to find out what kind of Electivire this is right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and click SD. Just so that we can get up a Swords Dance, and then we do have Earthquake, so we can take out this Electivire if we need to. So we're gonna click SD. We get up an SD, and he stays in, and we actually outspeed him, and he goes for the T-Wave, and I'm thinking, wow, okay, so Mew's faster than him, so he's not running any speed at all. So that's interesting. And he goes for the T-Wave, so we know he's definitely some sort of support Electivire. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of Electivire, but I know he's some support Electivire set. So I'm going to set up another Swords Dance. Since we know he's a support Electivire, he can't really hurt us. The best thing he can do is Volt Switch out into, like, Mega Venusaur and Sludge Bomb us a bunch of times, or, like, Knock Off or something. That's honestly the best he can do. But he's going to go for a T-Punch, and he's actually max attack support Electivire, which is a crazy set. That is some flames that I really do like that. But I do get up another Swords Dance. No para, thankfully. And so we're at +4 right now, and I'm gonna go in and click Baton Pass and try to get this into Lopunny, because Lopunny can put in a lot of damage, probably pick up 2 or 3 knockouts just by passing this baton pass, and then the rest of the match is going to be smooth sailing, honestly, if we can pick up 2 or 3 knockouts right now. So we're going to click baton pass. It doesn't really matter what he does. I thought about this turn a lot, I don't know why, but it doesn't really matter what he does. He can't take us out with 1 hit, and then if he goes, whatever attack he goes for, he's probably going to proc the Citrus Berry. So he goes for the T-Punch, does a lot of damage, and there's the Citrus Berry going off, which is really, really nice. And we're going to get off this baton pass. No para, thankfully. And now I was actually debating, you know, I could go out to Entei right now. Entei would be solid too. They're both pretty solid, you know, Entei and Mega Lopunny are pretty solid. But I thought about it, and in the long run, you know, Lopunny's going to be better, because I'd like to keep Entei for E-Speed if necessary for the Slurpuff, because if I send something in now, it's probably going to end up dying eventually. So I'm going to go into Lopunny, because Lopunny's better. But I was thinking about it, and if I go Lopunny, we haven't seen an item for this Electivire yet, so he might actually be a Focus Sash Electivire. And if I go Lopunny and I let this Lopunny get T-Waved, I don't have Heal Bell on any of my Pokemon, so that's basically going to make this Lopunny absolutely useless. So I can't let this Lopunny get T-Waved. I need to be safe. I need to go for the Mega Evolution and Fake Out, just in case of this thing's Focus Sash. Now, I doubt he's Focus Sash, but just in case. And plus, if he's max HP, this Fake Out's actually a roll to knock him out if he's not Focus Sash. So we're going to go for the Fake Out. It's not going to bring him down to a Sash, but he's going to have the Red Card! Red Card Electivire with max attack, max HP. And it was a roll to knock him out. Had we just gotten that roll, we could have done so much damage. But I was so annoyed right now. Honestly, I clicked Fake Out because, like I said, I didn't want him to be Sash and get off a 2-wave on my Lopunny. But wow, Red Card. Honestly, I wasn't really mad when that happened. I was just like, wow, that is a heat set. That is a heat set. I couldn't believe what I just saw. So we got Red Card out into Mew. He does Fake Out, and then he swaps into Arcanine as we soft-boiled up. Now, Arcanine's in here. I'm thinking, what's this Arcanine going to do? Worst he's going to do is going to Flare Blitz. It's going to do 30-ish%. I'm not really too scared of that unless we get parried a bunch of times. Basically, it's going to take him 3+ Flare Blitzes, you know, 3 or 4 Flare Blitzes to take us out. I'm going to click SD. We're at -1. We can get up to +1. And even at +1, whatever we pass into is going to be a threat. So, let's do this. Let's click Swords Dance. Honestly, I was kind of annoyed that Lopunny didn't work out, but wow. I wasn't really too mad because I did the safe play, which was going for the Fake Out, expecting a Sash or something, but man. So anyways, he's gonna go for the close combat, and he gets a crit, and I calc that damage. He's Banded Arcanine. Banded Arcanine. Oh my goodness. So I did not prep for Banded Arcanine whatsoever. I did not even consider a Banded Arcanine to come. I thought he was 100% bringing defensive Arcanine to deal with Entei, because he does not have a switch to Entei other than this defensive Arcanine. And that's kind of crazy. I mean, Manaphy is technically a switching, but it's not the greatest switching at all. So that's insane. And I'm so lucky he's locked into CC, which means he basically can't do anything to our Mew. So right now I'm going to click SD again, get it to +3. And now that we know that this isn't a defensive Arcanine, honestly, +3 is good enough for Lopunny to put in a lot of damage. So we're going to get up another SD and try to pass this into the Lopunny. As if he stays in, he's probably just not going to do much at all. I could click EQ right now too. That's also a thing, but I decided Swords Dance would be better. He's actually going to swap out into the Electivire as I get fully parried. First time I got fully parried, which, you know, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. It was bound to happen eventually with my luck. So I'm kind of just glad I didn't get fully parried the other times. So I'm actually going to click SD one more time, because we can actually take 2 more Thunder Punches depending on the rolls, but it's most likely in our favor that we can take 2 more Thunder Punches. So I'm going to go ahead and click SD, as it actually gets a pretty high roll, and we get fully parried, which is like, oh my gosh. All right, you know what? I'm just going to click Baton Pass. I don't even want to play around with these fully parries anymore. This Mew, you did your job. You got off on Baton Pass. If we can just get off the second Baton Pass, you will have done your job, you know, great. And I couldn't really ask for too much more. I just had to play, you know, a little bit better with Lopunny. But anyways, he's going to go for the T-Punch. We're going to take it. We were guaranteed to live it. And we're going to get off a Baton Pass, which is nice. No fully parry, which would have really, really sucked. And I'm going to go back out into Lopunny. He does not have a switch in. Even if that's a defensive Venusaur, that's going to take around 50% from this return. A little over 50%, depending on rules. So we're going to return. We're going to take out this Electivire, which is nice. Electivire is down. The annoying Heat Red Card. Electivire with max HP, and max attack. That Electivire set was literally flames. So now he's gonna have to choose who to go out into. If he goes Slurpuff, we can take that thing out with the +1 return. If he goes Arcanine, we just click High Jump Kick. If he goes into the Mega Venusaur, we click Return. And if he goes into the P2, we just click high jump kick. So honestly, his best play is going to be going out into the Mega Venusaur. As he does go out to the Mega Venusaur, well, it's a regular Venusaur right now, and it's going to Mega Evolve to turn Mega. And we just got to click return. Honestly, I don't want to save this Lopunny because things are not looking too bright for Mew at the moment. Doesn't look like we can get another baton passing thing off with Mew again. So Mew's basically just Water at this point. So I'm going to return. We do over 50% with the return, which is really, really solid. He's going to go for the Giga Drain, get back a lot of HP, which is unfortunate. It doesn't look like this next return is going to be able to take him out. Unless we got a crit or something, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to take him out. So we're just going to click return. A Sludge Bomb actually might be able to take us out at this point, depending on if he's invested at all in Spatak or what. He's actually going to click Synthesis now, which is surprising. Our return does just about the same amount of damage as Synthesis did, which is kind of annoying because it looks like we got a low roll in the last one, but I'm not really too sure. But I'm just going to click return again. Honestly, we should be able to win this war, you know, getting crits or getting high rolls or whatever, and that next return does a lot more damage. He's going to Giga Drain. We're actually going to live, so it looks like a Sludge Bomb probably would have taken us out. And we're going to click return, and we're going to kill something. He doesn't have a switch into this thing, unless he goes Arcanine, but that's going to take a lot of damage since we know he's not defensive. And plus, if he switches in, he's going to intimidate us, and we're going to be at neutral instead of being on -1. So we're going to return. We basically got to kill something right now. It doesn't matter who he goes into. We're going to kill something. Unless he goes Arcanine, then, like I said, it would still do a lot of damage. And we're actually going to get a crit now, which is really annoying. And we now just get a crit. But, you know, oh well, it happens. So we took out the Mega Venusaur, and we took out the Electivire with Lopunny, which is pretty nice. He's actually going to go Manaphy, and I'm thinking, okay, Manaphy's in here right now. I don't think he would bring a Scarf Manaphy, so I'm going to click return. I doubt he'd bring Scarf Manaphy against my team. It doesn't really look too good against my team, so I'm going to go and click return. I can't risk a high jump kick miss. Plus, if he's defensive, this return is going to do a little over 50%. If he's not defensive, this return is going to almost knock it out. So we're just going to click return, and it's overall the safest play. I don't want to risk missing a high jump kick because honestly, just getting off damage on this Manaphy is going to be good enough for us. So we're going to click return. We're going to do a lot of damage, which is really nice. He's going to click energy Ball, and it's going to take out the Lopunny. So Lop is going to go down, but it took out the Mega Venusaur, which you don't really see a Lopunny taking out a Mega Venusaur too often. So that's pretty cool. Now, we know that this Manaphy is defensive now, which is cool. So we know he has defensive Manaphy, and he has a Banded Arcanine. So we just need to find out what the Slurpuff is and what the P2 is, whether it's defensive or especially defensive. So I'm going to go Tangrowth. I'm going to click Giga Drain because it's my safest play in case he's Rain Dance or something. He actually goes out into P2, which is kind of annoying because I could have clicked Knockoff, but whatevs. P2 is in here right now. I don't want to stay in and go and have him go for a Tri-Attack and get a status on me, so I'm actually just going to swap out into something. I don't remember what I think I swap out to Umbreon. I think. No, I go Mute to sack it off. That's right. I go to Mute to sack it off. I forgot I still had Mute. So I'm going to go Mute to sack it off. He's going to go Arcanine, and that means Arcanine is going to be able to take us out. In case he doesn't take me out, though, I'm just going to go ahead and click Baton Pass so that we can get, if he like swaps out or something, we can get a free switch out into anything. So he's actually just going to click CC. And that's going to be able to take out the Mew, which is unfortunate, but, you know, not much we can do about it. So, down goes the Mew. Mew did decent, though, getting those 2 baton passes off. Almost sweeping. Helping sweep. I don't even know what the correct words is, but almost helping Lopunny sweep, which is awesome. But now, since Entei's in here, he's locked into CC. We know he's 100% locked, so we can go Tangrowth. Tangrowth takes CC's pretty nice. It's going to take 3 CCs to take out Tangrowth. And we can go with the Sludge Bomb, which does around 25-ish%, potentially get a poison, etc., etc. Or we can go Vaporeon and click Scald, because the close combat's can only do around 40%-ish. But I decided to go Entei because he's not going to want to stay in against Entei. He doesn't know what kind of Entei I am at all. This is my first time bringing in Entei, so he's not going to stay in. Well, close combat does 2-hit KO us, however, which is kind of serious. It's actually a really ballsy play. But I'm going to go ahead and click the Sacred Fire, predicting a swap out into either the P2 or the Manaphy. Either one's going to be nice because we can get off a Sacred Fire and potentially burn. He's actually going to go out into the Porygon 2 as we go for the Sacred Fire, and it's actually going to do a ton of damage. So if we were Bandit, I would have 2-hit KO'd. But it's annoying that we don't get a burn, because had we snagged a burn, we probably could have 2-hit KO'd this P2, which is really annoying, honestly, because, you know, if we can take out this P2 right here, that'd be great. But it reveals that he's not max defense. He might be invested somewhat in defense, but not much, honestly. Like, barely any investment in defense, it looks like, from this P2. So he's probably, like, max but have to take on my Kyurem. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. As you don't get a burn again, 2 50% chances and no burn. What is going on right now? So I'm going to go ahead and swap out now. I can't stay in. He's definitely... I mean, I could take a fire and stay in, but I mean, I don't really want to stay in on this P2. Staying in just doesn't look too nice. So I'm going to go into the Umbreon as he's going to go for the Toxic. Now, so my Umbreon's Toxic, but we do synchronize the Toxic back onto the P2, which is fine. I could have just stayed in with Entei because we do have a Lumberry, and it would have just been bueno. We were going to take up this P2 after 2 more Sacred Fires, but whatever, it happens. So I'm going to go ahead and click Baton Pass. He's not going to want to stay in. My Umbreon can 100% stall out this P2, especially if we have Heal Bell, which we do not, but he doesn't know that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Baton Pass. I could go for the Toxic, but I don't know whether he's going to go into the Arcanine, and if he goes Arcanine, I don't have a safe switch into anything because Wild Charge 2 KOs my Vaporeon, and it's just not a fun time. So I'm going to go ahead and click Baton Pass. As he actually does go into his Entei, which is really interesting as I click Baton Pass. And now, I don't remember who I got it to be perfectly honest. I think I go Tangrowth. No, I go Vaporeon, just kidding. So I go Vaporeon now. I click Scald pretty safely. Yeah, I just gotta click Scald, honestly. If he goes Manaphy, we got a Scald Burn, and that Manaphy is gonna be easy. Plus, the Scald's gonna do at least like 12%. I think something like 10 to 15%, something in that area. And if we get a Burn, it's gonna be nice. And we might be able to 2 kill him if we snag a Burn, because it's gonna do 24% with the Burn. 2 Scald's gonna do around 24%. And with lefties and blah blah, we might be able to take out the Manaphy if we go for Scald and get a Burn. So I'm just gonna click Scald. He's gonna go into the Manaphy, and we're actually not gonna Scald. Just kidding. I'm stupid. I'm gonna double into Tangrowth. Ay. I already forgot all these plays. I had this battle like a long time ago. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Forgive me. So Manaphy's injured right now. I'm gonna click Knockoff. Last time he swapped into P2, I'm expecting him to pull the same play. So I'm gonna click Knockoff. As he does swap out into the P2, as I go for the knock off this thing's Eviolite now, and Entei Sacred Fire is gonna destroy this P2. So I'm just gonna go hard into the Entei because actually, do I go hard into Umbreon? I think I go into Umbreon. Yeah, I go into Umbreon. That's right. I go into Umbreon as he goes for a Tri Attack. Tri Attack actually does a pretty decent chunk. Not gonna lie. So now this is actually where the DC happens. And sorry for not remembering those last few plays, but this is where the DC happens. We DC, and then we have to reconnect and blah 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 and play the battle out and everything. But we do get to play the battle back through, and now we're gonna be on Sly's perspective. So sorry about this quality drop. I had to download the video, so you know, the quality drops, blah blah blah. So anyways, we're back at the same exact spot as we were. Maybe a little bit different health for the Pokemon, but we're here. That's what matters, right? We're here. And I feel like this battle is actually slower now. Is it slower? I don't know. But anyways, I mean, it's a lot slower because it's not sped up, but I feel like it was slowed down. But anyways, this video, I'm going to Baton Pass as he swaps with his P2 into the Manaphy. As I go Vaporeon, I'm going to just go ahead and click I believe I clicked Scald because I didn't think he would be a Tail Glow with Energy Ball. As he is Tail Glow, defensive Tail Glow Manaphy. That is a great set. As I click Scald, we don't snag a Burn, of course, which is just like, why would I expect anything different? But now I'm going to go ahead and click Roar. We can't take an Energy Ball. We know he's defensive. We eat up an Energy Ball, actually, which is pretty nice. As I'm going to go ahead and click the Roar this bad boy out into something else. Anything else, honestly, is fine. We're actually going to roar him out into the Slurpuff, which is fine by me. I also need to find out what kind of Slurpuff this is. I can't let him set up a Belly Drum for free right now. Honestly, if we Scald plus a Belly Drum and Entei E-Speed should be able to take him out. So I'm going to go ahead and click Scald as he goes for a Dazzling Gleam, which is actually really interesting. I wasn't expecting a Dazzling Gleam at all. From the Slurpuff. That means he's special. He might be some sort of support Slurpuff like I thought he would if he even brings Slurpuff, which he does. But now I'm going to go ahead and click Protect because he's definitely going to stay in and try to Dazzling Gleam and take me out. As he does go for the Dazzling Gleam to try and take me out. But we should be able to do this next Dazzling Gleam. And I just need to click Wish, and we can get a Wish back up with Vaporeon. It's going to be bueno. So I'm going to click Wish as he goes for Dazzling Gleam. And we do, in fact, live it, which is nice. I'm going to Wish up. I like water. So I'm going to Wish up, and now here comes like the 50-50s. Do I Protect and predict him to stay in, or do I Scald and predict him to swap? I'm going to go ahead and Protect. I can't risk him staying in because my Vaporeon is really, really important. As he goes out into the Arcanine, a really good play on his part, as they went for the safe play by clicking Protect. Had I clicked Scald, we would have probably had the match completely in the bag right there. But go for the Protect. It does not work, of course. And now he can go for the Wild Charge. It will actually guarantee to take me out right now. well, not guaranteed. It's going to be a roll, but it's a roll highly in his favor to take me out. So I'm going to go ahead and click Protect. I'll get another 6% from lefties, and scout out whether he's actually going to go for the Wild Charge. As he does go for the Wild Charge, I'm going to get lefties, and now we're at 160 HP. Now, the roll for Wild Charge right now is 144 HP to 170 HP. So it's a roll to take me out. We're at 160. So I stay in because I predict me to swap out to Tangrowth, and I go for the Scald. But he actually goes for the Wild Charge, staying in, and he gets the roll and takes out my Vaporeon, and that is a huge misplay on my part. I should have swapped that to Tangrowth. Tangrowth was just the safest all-around play. I had no reason to stay in, but I risked that. It was a dumb play. So now, misplays are kind of 1-1 as he went for a CC on my Mew, and I just stayed in with Vaporeon and sacked it off. So, very bad misplays on both of our sides. So that's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, he's going to go into P2 as I go for the Sludge Bomb. It's my safest play. I don't want to knock off his Choice Band just yet, so in case he did stay in. So I'm going to go into my Entei now, in case he goes for a Tri-Attack, because Umbreon will get 2 KO'd, most likely. We do have a Lumberry with Entei, so even if he gets a Para or, you know, Freeze or something, I don't even know, can you freeze fire types? Whatever he gets, though, it's not going to work, because, you know, Entei can eat it up. So I'm going to go for the Bulldoze. It's my safest play all around, as he ends up just staying in. He just stays in, sacks off the P2, which is, you know, to be expected. It's his best play. He's going to go into the Arcanine now, and all I have left is Entei, Tangrowth, and Umbreon. I'm going to go into Umbreon. I need to sack off Umbreon. It's my safest play to see whether he's going to go for a Flare Blitz or whether he's going to go for a close combat. So we're going to go out into the Umbreon, as he's actually going to go for a Toxic, which reveals his entire size: Flare Blitz, close combat, Toxic, and Wild Charge, which is really interesting. The only way to hit Tangrowth hard is with Flare Blitz. So now we can just click Baton Pass. Whatever you go, or actually no, I click Toxic. I click Toxic in case he goes out to Slurpuff. So he's actually going to go into the Manaphy, not the Slurpuff, as I click the Toxic. So this Manaphy's Toxic now, which is nice. You know, it's going to be able to cancel out his leftovers, which is cool. And yeah, so now I get to click. No, I don't click anything. I just hard switch out into my Tangrowth now, because if he goes for a Tail Glow, we already know he has Tail Glow, Energy Ball. And that's all we've seen so far, I believe. But I'm assuming Scald. And, you know, either Ice Beam or Signal Beam. Oh, I just burped twice. That was disgusting. So I'm going to hard switch out into my Tangrowth now. And this light's flickering. It's so annoying. Oh, my goodness. You guys can't even tell that it's flickering, but it's flickering. It's so annoying. And you guys for the Tail Glow as I go into my Tangrowth. And now I just got to click Giga Drain. He's definitely going to stay in. His last move, even if it's Rain Dance, a Giga Drain, you know, I can be able to beat this in 1v1. And plus, a Giga Drain should be able to take him out from this range. So he's going to go for the Signal Beam, as it's Signal Beam, not Ice Beam. He actually scores a crit with the Signal Beam, which is so much damage. It was super unfortunate that he gets that crit, because now Arcanine can actually double CC after we get Regenerator and take us out. Because we can get Regenerate easily by sacking off the Umbreon, and it's just not a good time. It's not a good time at all. So he is going to bring out the Hipster Entei again, the Arcanine, and I'm just going to go ahead and swap out into the Umbreon. He's definitely going to go for a CC. He might go for Flare Blitz, I guess, but a CC is the better play, I think. So, actually, no, it doesn't really matter which one he goes for, to be honest. But we're going to go into the Umbreon, as he ends up going for the Flare Blitz, and I'm thinking, alright, so Umbreon's going to go down, and I have to go into Entei then. But actually, Umbreon lives the Flare Blitz, which is actually really cool. I didn't think Umbreon was going to live it at all. I thought Umbreon was guaranteed to go down, but we live it. We get lefties, and we get the Toxic damage, and since it's Toxic, we only take 6%. We do live it, and he's got the Flare Blitz again, take a little bit more recoil, waste more PP, which is really, really nice. So then we can go into the Entei. All he has left is the Arcanine and the Slurpuff, and all we have left is the Tangrowth and the Arcanine. Or not Arcanine, and the Entei. So I'm going to go into Entei against the Arcanine, which is like the 3rd or 4th time this matchup's happened. So I'm going to go into Entei. He's definitely going to swap out, but I need to go for the Bulldoze. Honestly, E-Speed would have been the much better play here, because E-Speed, 2 E-Speeds take this thing out, 2 E-Speeds take out the Slurpuff. Honestly, the much better play going for E-Speed, but I go for the Bulldoze. Just, you know, I thought he might stay in. Bulldoze takes him out, so I'm going to go for the Bulldoze. But he ends up going out to the Slurpuff. It does a decent amount of damage, and we just got to click E-Speed right now and take him out. I believe it was a roll to take him out right here, but we are adamant, so the roll was in our favor. It does 52 damage minimum, so he's at 56. It's guaranteed to take him out. But anyways, now he goes out into the Arcanine. Now, Abandoned CC actually is a roll to take out my Entei now, so I cannot stay in. If this Entei goes down, I lose. So I'm going to have to swap out into the Tangrowth. I'm going to go to Tangrowth because he's going to take it. If he goes for a Flare Blitz and take and eat it up, and we get to E-Speed twice and win, or just Bulldoze and win. So I'm going to go into this because if he goes for CC, as he does go for CC, it's going to drop his defenses twice, and then I can go into Entei and click E-Speed as he's going to be at -2 defense, and we're going to be at neutral attack, and then we're going to be able to win, and that's what's going to go down, and we're now going to be able to pick up a 1-0 victory against Sly and the Pittsburgh Pyroar. Now this was an amazing match. Here we go. I go to Entei. I'll wait a minute until the ending actually happens. So scoreline, it's going to be a 1-0 victory, a narrow 1-0 victory. Really close match. It was a really good match, honestly, in my opinion. I'm kind of annoyed how I had to edit it like this. I really wish I could just edit it in one, straight flow because it was honestly such a great match. But fortunately, this is the way the cookie crumbles. Entei got 3 kills, no deaths. Wapiti got 2 kills and 1 death, and Tangrowth got 1 kill and 1 death. Everything else got 1 death too. I'm on Vaporeon. And Arcanine actually got 4 kills against us, which is like, what the heck? Arcanine, our forward team member from last season, getting 4 kills against us. But anyways, that was such a great match, honestly. I really did enjoy this match. I think it was probably one of the best matches this season. I'm not only saying that because I won. I think there's been a lot of great matches. Even the match I lost against Jim, it was a really good match. And I feel like there's been so many great matches this season. It's honestly insane. But yeah, so we do pick up a 1-0 victory, and we are now the 1st seed in the league, which is cool. Heading into playoffs with the 1st seed, which it's a lot of pressure. But we just, we've been playing this entire season for the playoffs, and we're heading to playoffs next week. Next week, we're actually taking on Jack and the Wolverhampton Weaviles in the first round of playoffs. It's going to be an insane match. Jack is a great battler, and he has a great team, so I'm really looking forward to that match. We did beat Jack last time, but that was thanks to luck. So it's going to be, this match is going to be really difficult. Again, great battle, Sly. Thank you for letting me use your side of the battle for this, for the second half. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this battle. We did have to recap the battle, which is kind of annoying, but I mean, I don't even know how we DC'd. Both of us were still online after the DC, which is weird. And it's not like the servers went down or anything, because we battled again right after, and there were no DCs. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Entei beat the hipster Entei, which is awesome. I'm happy about that. We might be facing Sly again in the playoffs, in the semifinals, if we make it that far, which would be really nice to make it that far, because that means we don't get knocked out first round, which is cool. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, next week we're taking on Jack and the Wolverhampton Weavile. It's going to be an insane match. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about this match. We finished off our season 7-1 plus 18 as the 1st seed, and yeah, I'm not gonna get cocky or anything, because anything can happen in playoffs. It's anyone's game. And I'm gonna try to do my best in playoffs, and hopefully we can win. That's gonna be the main goal. We've been working towards playoffs this entire season. So let's do this. Let's go, Staravias, in playoffs. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hope it was a great day. Let me know what you guys think about this match in the comment section down below. And yeah, it was a pretty good match, like I said. The only things I would say that were bad about this match would be a little bit of hacks with Mew getting parried. And we both had one huge misplay, me and Sly. Sly misplayed with his Arcanine going for close combat at Mew, and I misplayed with my Vaporeon against his Arcanine staying in on a wild charge. So without those 2 misplays, I feel like this match would have been honestly one of the best matches of this season, but those 2 misplays kind of weighed down the match. But honestly, it was still a fantastic match regardless. But anyways, that's going to be it. I hope this is a great day, and it's next time. Have a nice trip.